who is free in the system of the government? Nobody. Ain't nobody free. Ain't nobody free. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody free up under this form of government. You gotta be outside of the you got not government. I don't like using that term. You gotta be outside of this form of society, because at the end of the day, their government is only a piece of something bigger. The government is not the whole machine. Excuse me. The government is not the whole machine. So let's get that straight. The government isn't the whole machine. There's different parts of the machine, and they're not the biggest part neither. You get what I'm saying? But I like to call it being free from this society, because we can't be free in this society. Free as a mental aspect. Nah, I don't think so. Hell nah. I don't even think so. You can be free of the mind, yeah, because we got colonized by the mind, but at the same time, freedom is freedom. Like, freedom from servitude, freedom from being unfree. And right now we're unfree. We get told where to drive. We get told where to drive, how fast to drive, when you can't drive, when to stop, when not to stop. You get told where you can have animals, where you can't have animals. You get told where you can do certain things, what you can say, what you can't say. All forms of censorship is not freedom. You get what I'm saying? So you can be free in the mind all you want. As soon as you open up your mouth, why did this water make it sound like a soda? As soon as you open up your mouth, shit, you blam. You get what I'm saying? So in all actuality, you can be free in your mind until you open up your mouth. You're no longer free when living up under this society. I don't rock with that. Freedom don't come with the mind. Freedom comes from being outside of this society. Think about it. As long as you're in their jurisdiction. We talked about this yesterday. Not us, but me and some other people talked about jurisdiction, right? Jurisdiction has more than. See, jurisdiction. What is jurisdiction, y'all? Jurisdiction is like a marking of territory, right? That's what jurisdiction is. At the same time, they've made all forms of jurisdiction: county, federal, state, all of that shit. So if you're functioning in any three of them parts of jurisdiction I just said, county, state, or federal, you're up under their jurisdiction. And there is a way to get out of their jurisdiction, but I don't even want to talk about it. I talked about it in other videos, so y'all can catch it. Oh shit, that water good. I don't care about the spiritual. I really don't care about the spiritual plane when we've been mental. I care more about the mental. But as far as like spiritual, listen, I worry about the spiritual when I'm dead. You get what I'm saying? Listen, let me come over here in the light. Whether people believe in God or not, I don't believe in any kind of beliefs. But I know that there's a creator, right? I know that there's a creator, and I know that the creator is the Most High. So at the same time, if you know that the creator is true and right and exact, and that he did everything for a reason, didn't he create us to have free will? Didn't he create us to rule? Didn't he create us to have dominion over the air, the land, the water, the animals, the birds, the bugs, everything? He created us to have complete dominion. So by me taking a point and saying, I don't care about this physical, I just want to be spiritually free, or I just want to be mentally free, that's going into opposition to the creator. The creator didn't create us to be weak. He didn't create us to be upon a subjugation by another man, by another woman, by a fictitious entity. He didn't create us in that way, in that form or manner. He created us as vicegerents, which means God on earth. You get what I'm saying? Man, woman, and child. We're supposed to rule all the physical. So don't let somebody else rule your physical and say, it's okay, I'm spiritually uplifted. That's some bullshit. That's defeatism. You get what I'm saying? That's somebody colonizing your mind. Don't rock like that. The creator created us to have dominion. We're under somebody else's dominion. I'm in an apartment building. So how many levels? Think about it. How many levels of dominion am I in right now? I'm in an apartment building. So that's one level of dominion. How? Because I don't own this building. I'm on somebody else's land. So that's 2 levels of dominion because I don't own this land. I'm using somebody else's lights, somebody else's water, air conditioning, heat. When I go outside, my car, my vehicles are parked in somebody else's plots. You get what I'm saying? They're mine, so they say. I'm renting them out, so they're mine. But at the same time, think about it. I'm in a school zone, so that's dominion. I'm inside of a school zone. I'm also downtown, so that's a dominion. I'm inside, man, think about it. There's so many levels of dominion where we've been placed upon other people's dominion, and it's meant to create a sense. It's meant to create a sense of defeatism in us. It's meant to create an inferiority complex in us. That's why they put us up under so many different. So when we look at it, we be like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing. Hey, y'all, hit that like button. There's nothing I can do. And why is that? Why is it that we feel that? Because they placed it like this for a reason. I'm in an apartment. That's somebody else's shit. I'm on somebody else's land. I park my car in somebody else's land. I'm in a school zone. I'm in a downtown area. I'm in a jurisdiction. I'm in a county. I'm in a city. I'm in a state. I'm in a country. All of these made up fictitious terms that the Creator didn't give us. When he stood that first man up and told him to name everything he's seen, did he say Tarrant County? Did he say Broward County? Did he say Los Angeles County? He didn't do that shit. That's man-made shit. So to think that we have to be free only spiritually while people are walking around free in the physical, that's defeatism. Like I can't call it anything but what it is. You get what I'm saying? Treat, because if you're spiritually free, you want to be brainwashed by them. You'll think for yourself because they use religion to control us. Indeed. 11:30 truth. Indeed. Money is a dominion. That's what I'm saying. Listen, we using their form of currency. We shop at their grocery stores. We shop at their clothing stores. Like, that's all dominion. That's all dominion, y'all. And this is somebody telling you, listen, I don't have groceries for sale, so I don't have no profit in telling you that that's a form of dominion. I don't have any clothes for sale, so I'm not getting a profit out of telling you that that's a form of dominion. But in all actuality, we're being dominated on every level of the playing field. If this was chess, we'll be stuck with nothing on the board but our king, because king is self. So where the rest of all of our pieces at? We got to slowly but surely start putting other pieces on the board. I'm being honest. Think about it. What is a pawn? Let's do a little quick build on chess. I'm a king, right? The king should be self, whether male or female. The queen should be considered your partner. You get what I'm saying? Your partner is powerful, because if you got a strong mind, and each one could be the king. You get what I'm saying? When you're in a partnership, I'm not saying any homo shit, because I don't believe in people switching up their genders and shit like that. I'm speaking strictly on chessboard terms. So the king is the last piece on the chessboard. It's supposed to be protected. But if you have no protection, y'all, mentally, physically, you have no protection, then you're easily checkmated. So I have my queen. I have my pawns, which are my children. Pawns aren't meant to be. See, from the outside looking in, we think pawns are meant to be killed, to be sacrificed. But in all actuality, if you know how to play chess, when a pawn reaches that other side of the board, which is a mindscape, when it reaches that other side of the board, it becomes whatever it wants. You get what I'm saying? Whether it wants to be the powerfulest piece on the board, or just another regular piece, or you get what I'm saying? Whatever it wants to be. So you're setting up what you got to set up your chessboard. If we're not setting up our chessboard, yes, we have nothing to hope for but spiritual freedom. But if you set that chessboard up, you can have the freedom that the Creator gave you. You get what I'm saying? Financial freedom, all kinds of freedom, y'all. We can produce for ourselves. We can do everything for ourselves. Be self-sufficient in every sense of the words. You get what I'm saying? Self-sufficiency has been stolen from us, and we act like we don't want it back. These white people aren't. Listen, how many white people do you see walking around saying that they're just going to be spiritually free. But at the same time, they go to them little Buddhists, they go to them Buddhist temples and them Taoism temples and go to different sages and go deal and build with the Hindus and say, oh, I'm spiritually uplifted. But at the same time, they go home to their 5-6 bedroom house, their 3-4 bedroom homes that they own on their own plot of land that they own with their beautiful front yards and backyards and their foreign vehicles. And how much, so they can be spiritually free because they're already financially free. They're already socially free. They're already mentally free. So of course they striving. You don't strive for spiritual freedom and just say fuck your physical needs, your physical natural state of being, which is free. You get what I'm saying? What the hell? We just gonna give up? We might as well shoot ourselves. Hey, I'm not even shooting no slugs. I'm not being impertinent. This is thoughts coming from my mind. I ain't even been paying attention to the chat no more. But at the same time, for me to look at spiritual freedom as my goal in life, I might as well take one of my guns and blow my head off. Just on the strength that the Creator didn't put me on this land to be spiritually free. He put me here to dominate, to have dominion over everything. Just like other people, other individuals have their dominion. We should have our dominion. He gave it. Nobody's greater than us, y'all. We gotta know that shit. Nobody's greater than us. Anything that someone else can do, we can go do it. We don't need a handout from the government. Fuck reparations. Listen, y'all. People really think reparations is coming. That's the oldest trick in the book. That is a mental pacifier. To pacify people. If you know what a pacifier, look at what the difference between a pacifier and formula or pacifier in a mother's breast, right? A pacifier is meant to pacify you, to put in your mouth to keep you from wanting to drink the milk, the sustenance, the life force. They don't want you drinking milk. They want you to have a pacifier in your mouth. And that's all reparations. Thinking of reparations that somebody's going to give something to you, that you can go fill out some paperwork. After you give me a few $100s, so I'm going to show you how to do this paperwork so you can go get freedom. What the, like for real, bro, the Creator gave me freedom. No man on earth has the power to give me permission to be free. It's all right here within self. No man, woman, or child has to be given freedom from another person, y'all. You can't get freedom from another person. You get what I'm saying? It's about your mental. What is your mentality like? Are you stagnant? Are you what word am I looking for? Are you settling for less? Think about it. We naturally settle for less. Before we go own something, we'll rather rent something. Think about it. It's tax time, y'all. I did this. I know I talk about this, but I'm going to keep talking about this. It's tax time. Y'all know y'all got them W-2s in the mail. Y'all know y'all went and filed them taxes. Hey, just for y'all that don't know, President Trump in his State of Union address, I know people don't watch that. In his State of the Union address, y'all, he say he doubling the tax credit for next year. So y'all make sure y'all file next year and get double the amount you got this year. I know people don't know that, but he's doing that. Just so y'all know, keep that on your brain. So you'll have double of what you had this year, next year. For your child, if you're carrying a dependent, your dependent tax credit will be double next year. Just to let you know that. That's a little fun fact. Have y'all mind on that. But anyway, it's tax time. What are we finna do with that money? What are we really finna do with that money? What are we gonna do with that money, y'all? Sorry for repeating myself, but what are we gonna do with it? I know the average male, he finna go get some J's. You know what I'm saying? He finna go get the new, you know what I'm saying? The Boosie Jewel House. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't know what niggas wear, cause I don't wear that shit. If y'all can't tell, I'm not a materialistic person. We got a bank account. You know what I'm saying? I got money saved. You get what I'm saying? That we don't even touch. When taxes come through for us, we finna just put all that in the savings account. You get what I'm saying? We don't need anything. Our lease is up in 5 or 6 months. We'll be leaving this place. We'll be out there, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's all I got to say. It's beautiful, man. When you can set forth a goal of saving. Think about it. People hear self-sufficiency and think it's so damn hard when all it takes is steps. That's why I compared it to the chessboard. Set your chessboard up accordingly, piece by piece. Set your chessboard up. You get what I'm saying? It don't take you to listen. Many let the money be their ruler. That's what it is. We're not stronger than the dollar. We're not stronger than Balenciaga, than Prada, than Gucci, than Louis, than, you get what I'm saying, than Tommy. Think about it. People are back rocking Tommy Hilfiger like we didn't boycott Tommy Hilfiger in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has been wearing Tommy Hilfiger for years. And now I see black people all over with Tommy on. You get what I'm saying? People don't look. People like what's my boy name? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar doesn't get as much publicity as somebody like Soulja Boy. You get what I'm saying? Because Kendrick Lamar doesn't wear Gucci, Louis Vuitton, things of that nature. You know, Kendrick Lamar just doesn't do that. You're going to see him with a plain t-shirt, jeans. He might have some Jordans on, some throwback Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Some Nikes or something like that. They don't want that perception out there. They want us to be on some BS, to go spend the money. Man, how about you save? Man, do you know how good it feels to have something that's put back, to not be broke? You get what I'm saying? Have you ever heard the term, as long as you owe me, I'll never be broke? Or as long as I owe you, you'll never be broke? That's the same thing. As long as you got something put back, you'll never be broke. Man, think about it. When the government shut down, and it's supposed to shut down in a few more days, again, in 5 days. Remember this, it's supposed to shut back down in 5 days, y'all. And when the government was shut down, they had all them federal workers out there with their little signs and, you know, talking shit and all that. But why? Because they had no money saved. They have a government job making all that damn money, and they save nothing. They save not one penny. They had no food. They talking about they going to food pantries. You going to food pantries? You ain't got $100 to feed your family. You don't got $200 to go get some groceries and feed your family, and you work for the government. You get what I'm saying? So people got to realize that it's not just us. We'll be doing better off than government workers, than businessmen, than rappers, than most sports players. If we just saved, we'll be doing better than them. Think about how many people get up out of the sports, whatever y'all call that shit, NBA, NFL. Whenever people get out of that shit, they have no money. They be broke because they go buy the big chains and the Lamborghinis and the Hummers and shit like that. When at the end of and don't think I'm just talking, y'all. Don't think I'm just talking, y'all. Y'all brother used to, you know, I used to run across money. You know what I'm saying? I used to keep money, but it used to go. Like I used to have money going out like it wasn't shit. Like for real. I was a good dude though. I used to give money away, but at the same time I used to spend it. My thing was cars. My thing was cars and dogs. You get what I'm saying? But the cars got me the most, and different type of guns. But with the car situation, man, I used to wreck them up. Every week I'm buying a new car. I'm wrecking it. Every week. I mean, you can look on my old Instagram. It's every week I'm buying a new car. But at the end of the day, where is it at? I could have been saving it. That 1,000, that 1,500, that 2,000. But it's more than just saving money. You also got to look at it as, instead, look, you can start like this. It's pieces on the chessboard, right? All right. Instead of just straight out saving. A lot of people don't have cars. This is a cycle I see. Save all that money, the dollar collapses, buy quick, because we just don't know. Indeed. Player club, make that money, don't let it make you. Indeed. So think about it. The saving aspect is good, right? But it's hard. Think about it. People are going to say, hey, Indigenous Realist, I need a car though. You know, a car is a necessity in this world. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my kids to school. I need to do this, do that. I understand that. But this is the thing. Need versus want, right? Need, necessity versus want. You get what I'm saying? Something you want versus something you need, right? So you need a car, right? That's a necessity. To me, I think a car is a necessity. To me, 2 cars is a necessity. But at the same time, you need a car. You don't want a car, you need it. And I accept that. People need a vehicle. They need transportation. But you don't want a little hoopty. You don't want a little $500 car. You don't want $1,000 car, a $1,500 car. No, that's when your want becomes intermixed with your need. You get what I'm saying? Your want, therefore, takes over your need. You want a car note. You want to go pay these white folks or these Europeans, these you want to go pay these foreigners $500 a month or more, $500 a month or more for a car that you'll be paying off for years. At the same time, you got somebody like me, I go buy a car for $1,000. I don't owe nobody nothing. I go buy a car for cash. I don't owe anybody nothing. I don't have to go get my car registered. I don't have to go get insurance. None of that shit if I don't want to. And I don't. I never have. I never had a driver's license. And at the same time, y'all, a cash car versus a car note. Now you'll think like, man, I get a cash car, it's gonna mess up. I'm gonna have to put money into it. That's good. Because think about it. You go get a car note, you're gonna have to keep paying these people. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna let that car go. Let's be honest. How many people, listen, I've done it. Not me, excuse me. My mother has done it. I've seen my mother do it, and I've seen my baby sister. My little sister's only 19. I've seen her pay off a car note. Pay it from the start, pay it all the way off. 3 cars. I've seen my baby sister. She just turned 8. Hell no, my little sister just turned 20. Excuse me. But I've been seeing my little sister since she was 17 to right now at 20. She's paid off 3 cars. Paid them off in total. Y'all. My little sister just became a nurse. She doing good, y'all. She graduated, went to school after that. She paid off 3 cars from the start, from the beginning. So don't think that it's impossible. But at the same time, think about it. When you buy a cash car and you put money into your cash car, that's putting money into your investment. Think about it. A cash car is an investment. So when you're putting money in it, it's not a hindrance. It's not a bill. It's not like you're losing money. That's something you own. And for a lot of people, that's the only thing that you own. Think about it. Let's be real. We live in an apartment. You own yourself, so we think. But at the same time, we live in apartments. We live in houses, but we don't own these places. We're only renting. You get what I'm saying? What do you own versus what do you rent? Now, if you take a list, if you was to take a list, right? Take a piece of paper and draw a line all the way down the middle, right? Rent and lease on one side and write ownership on the other side and put that list out. And let me see, and put that list out and really look at it. And that's where your sense of pride should come from. That's where your sense of freedom should come from. That's built in freedom and self-sufficiency right there. That list right there would help you grow. You get what I'm saying? As your ownership list gets longer, and your rental, your leasing, your borrowing, your living under oppression becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, y'all. That's chess. That's chess right there, y'all. Think about it. I made it all relate. That's chess, and that's also self-sufficiency easy. That's how you can keep track, because I bet your list don't got more than 4 items. What do you really own? And I'm not talking about that costume jewelry, your shoes, your clothes. That's neither here nor there. I'm talking about things that matter, that can be passed on. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? Something that you own that could be passed down to the next generation after you leave. I talked about generational wealth yesterday morning. And today I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Like that's, and I'm really only doing these subjects because y'all hear me talk about self-sufficiency so much. And I feel like people are going to say, he just talking about it. But I want you to know this is something I live by. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to, my owner list It's slowly but surely. But listen, this is key factor for Indigenous Realists, y'all. Think about it. This key factor. My owner list isn't very long, but I have one. I have an ownership list. And it's not very long, but it's getting longer. At the same flip of the coin, my rental and my owing in my leasing list is non-existent. I don't owe anything. I don't rent from anybody. I'm in an apartment, but it's paid off. It's paid off for the whole year. I did a year lease and paid the whole thing. I don't owe anybody. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. I have no debt. I have no debt. My lights paid up. My water is along with the rent. I don't owe anybody nothing. That's how I'm able to sit here and build with y'all daily. Just to be real. That's how I'm able to sit here and build with y'all daily. I'm not even capping. I'm not lying. I'm not boasting. I'm not being braggadocious. But at the same time, I regret doing that because the money could have been further in my ownership list. You get what I'm saying? You drive it with the L. Show me how you doing it. Are you saying driving without license? Man, I could do a build on that, bro. Players Club, make their money, don't make you stop buying their stuff. They are funding the prison system and they hate us. Indeed, Shirley Gibbs. Indeed. Thank y'all for them likes. For the new people up in here, like that stream. If you love different, you see different. Ha ha ha. You see for everything, don't you? And your daughter and significant be here in the chat. If so, how are they? Have not seen y'all in a while. LOL, unity for everything, and I totally do. I might do me a YouTube stream just to show how different I think about this world. You know I'ma tune in, sis. That's what happened to me. That's some bullshit. Indeed, sis. I'm buying a cash car next. Oh yeah, indeed. See, indeed. AM Reeves. Much love, Ashley. Don't get on much. People live too much on a physical plane and create this spiritual platform, Facebook, YouTube, any social media, to explain a physical form of self. Indeed, bro. Indeed, you drive with L show LOL on the good gas. Ha ha ha. I wish I had some, man. That's what happened yesterday. I was on that gas early that morning, man. I went to sleep. I mean, y'all know I don't sleep. Took me a nap, man. I woke up at 8 p.m. From yesterday morning. I got on that gas. I ate. I laid it down. I was supposed to see yesterday. If y'all ever notice, I don't know if y'all be noticing, but every Saturday I always say I'm going somewhere. So my mother has I don't know what to call it, like a group or a meetup or whatever an event. I'm just gonna call it an event every Saturday, right? And it's different from the Battered Women's Conference that that's yearly. We do that at the end of the year. We do the Battered Women Conference at the end of the year. But now we just started every Saturday. We have like a gathering, like an event. Well, anyway, I was supposed to come and speak yesterday, but I fell asleep off that gas. Hey, I fell asleep off that gas. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Shame on me. I fell asleep off that good gas. I ain't lying. But anyway, you know, the driving without a license thing, I'll touch on it real fast. I just don't use, I mean, there's no method. There's no method, bro. That good gas is not natural. In all honesty, y'all, I don't think that good gas is natural. I swear to God, I don't think that shit is natural. That's why I barely smoke. And every time I do, I be out of there because I barely smoke because that shit ain't. Nah, that weed ain't. That shit ain't what's up. I swear it ain't. I don't know if it's the pesticides, the something, like they putting something on that shit that ain't normal. Like, I swear to God, it ain't normal. But anyway, y'all, about driving without the license thing, I mean, I just do it. I mean, you know, I just act like, you know, a white person. When they pull me over, I act like, you know, this is crazy. Like, I don't be belligerent. Like, I don't know. I think I get away with it. I mean, I've been pulled over out here, out in Georgia, out in Louisiana. I've been pulled over in Mississippi. I've been pulled over in California. You know, I never had a license before. So that's just something, you know, I don't know. I never seen a need for it, bro. To be totally honest, I don't got any kind of certain method or anything. Like, it's got to the point where they pull me over now and they tell me I have a suspended license. And I be like, Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't even know it was suspended because I'm like, I don't even have a license. So it's just got to the point where they're gonna put you. I don't know. If you never had one, they're gonna put you in the system for having one, whether you have one or not. You get what I'm saying? That's how I knew it was some BS because when I get pulled over in other states, they tell me that I have a license in Texas and that it's expired. Do y'all know tickets and warrants don't show up in other states? I bet y'all didn't know that. I probably shouldn't have said that on live. But tickets and warrants don't even show up in other states, y'all. Just certain type of warrants. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they show up as a suspended license. I should say that. A ticket, like ticket warrants and things of that nature, they show up as a suspended license when you're in another state, and I don't have a license. When I get pulled over in other states, they tell me that I have a license in Texas, and I know for a fact I don't, because I never took a course or anything. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, there's no method, there's no proven method or anything that I use or any of that sort of shenanigans. But anyway, y'all, this was a great build, man. Any topic y'all got, anything y'all want me to expound on, anything more towards self-sufficiency? I mean, I don't want to overload y'all, but hey, that's a hell of a start. If you can mentally do that, or do it on your iPhone, do it on your phone. If you can mentally do that, if you can make a list, if you can just do it right here, make a list of what you own versus what you don't own and shit that you need. Like, what is a necessity? How many of your necessities, food, clothing, shelter, utilities, how many of them four do you own? And how many of them four are you only leasing or borrowing or renting? You get what I'm saying? So things of that nature need to be, you know what I'm saying? That's the first step of self-sufficiency. And you can do that living right here. You know what I'm saying? Correcting, that's about some correct. People be talking about status correction. Let's talk about that. People always hitting me up, asking me if I know anything about status correction. And other people hit me up telling me, hey, brother, you need to teach people about status correction. And other people telling me, oh, bro, you're not in your proper status and your status need to be corrected. So, you know, people be bombarding me with that whole thing. But see, what they don't know is that I know law and I know about different things of that type of sort. And the only status correction I see is the social status correction. You get what I'm saying? We're in the point of tenant, and we're not in the point of landlords. Think about it. When you hear the term landlord, you just think of it as the rent man. You think of that as the rent man. But in all actuality, the legal term for that is landlord. And why is that? This society is based off of European society. It's based off of Western European culture. So a lord, think about it. If y'all watch things like Game of Thrones, like me, or different shows of that nature, you ever watched any J.R.R. Tolkien or anything like that, or any kind of movie or read any kind of books where they call people Duchess and Dutch and lords and things of that nature, baron and king, you know that a landlord is an actual title. And when you own a piece of land, listen, you can own a little bitty piece of land. You are the lord of that land. You are a baron on your own land. You get what I'm saying? You are the duke of that land. People don't even realize that. You can't be a duke unless you have land. You can't be a duke unless you have a land. You get what I'm saying? So once you own land, see, that's the next step in self-sufficiency to me, because that's where I'm going. My next step is finna be to be a lord of the land, because you're technically a lord. Like, man, it's so crazy, man. It be right there in plain sight. We overlook shit. Best channel on YouTube. Appreciate it, Demario Love. Love different. Shout out to Demario Love, man. That brother always giving credit, man, to the channel, man. Much love. Love different. Check out Damon T. Berry. It is worth it. Only has about 10 hours of content. Girl already did. I don't agree with it. But it does get your marbles going. Yes, Jabu Lions. I didn't even know you were still up in here. Your name sound mighty. What is your name, Jabu Lions? Cause it sound familiar. It sounds real familiar. But anyway, y'all, be a lord of the land. Think about how people act when they rent man coming. Oh man, oh okay, Jabu. But the way you got it, it looks like a free, like a, you know, within Freemasonry they got a trigram and I mean a tetragrammaton and no, like a trigrammaton and it's Jabu line, and that's what the first thing that struck when you said your name, the voodoo doll. Okay, so I can see why that says that, because that's what that sounds like to me. But anyway, man, much love. Say, man, we trying to strive to be lords on the land. I mean, think of, man, people be trying to listen, man. These people, either they don't know the truth or they hiding the truth. Yeah, look into that Jabu line. Either people are lying to us, or listen. There's only a couple reasons I see why people aren't teaching self-sufficiency on a major level, or even on a minor level. Why is there nobody trying to teach our people to be self-sufficient? And I look at it like this: either they don't know and they not trying to learn, which I doubt. Either they know and they choosing to hide it, which I consider yes. Or in all actuality, they been paid not to teach people how to be self-sufficient. You get what I'm saying? People always talk about spending power. They always talking about spending power, like they want to say, oh, black people got $1 trillion worth of spending power, this many $1 billion worth of spending power. But what are you going to spend it on? I mean, you know, I question shit like, man, I just question intentions and shit like that. Like, okay, yeah, you know, black people got all this spending power, but where's their ownership at? What do we really own? What do we own? And do y'all know that that's what sets us apart from society? That's what that's what sets us apart from society and political. That's what puts us on a lower level of the caste system, not our color, not our race. There is no such thing as race. It's about social economy, social economic, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, that's what it's about. You can't meet a person as an equal if you're not socially equal, if you're not economically equal. Think about it. We want to meet people on equal terms, but we're not equals in social status, economic status, and anything. I mean, mental status. I mean, come on, man. There's so many levels that somebody could think that you're not equal to them. And I see that the levels are. You know, it's levels to this shit, and we gotta work. We gotta work on the levels, man. We gotta show and prove, because people aren't gonna take nobody talking about it. And hopefully, I'm gonna show and prove. I mean, do I have to show y'all, you know, bank receipts and shit to prove that it's possible? I doubt it, because I won't be. But at the same time, what's hurting people to put back? What is it hurting you to save $100 every 2 weeks? What is it hurting you to open up a savings account when I really don't, you know, that's just to keep it safe. But I really don't believe in bank systems and things like that, because they don't have any money. So therefore their risk is only your money. But at the same time, the bank is cool. What is it saving you? Only a FIDCU bank, I think it is, federally insured bank or credit union or something like that. Only bank with somebody federally insured, bro. If they don't got insurance, and there's a term for it. There's a term for it. But if the bank don't have insurance, don't use them. You know what I'm saying? If they don't got global insurance, don't use them, because banks have closed down in the past and disappeared with people's monies, and they'll always do it. Don't put stars ran by black people. Now look at them, who run now. Yeah, exactly. But that's because we lost the will to do it. Listen, when Walmart, right now, the lead competitor for stores like Walmart, mom and pop grocery stores, and other grocery stores, right? The leading competitor for them is not another grocery store right now, but Family Dollar and Dollar General. They're sprouting up all over America. They're on every corner, sometimes two corners on the same street. I mean, right here, they have so many Family Dollars and Dollar Generals all around my city. Like, you can't sneeze and not hit a Family Dollar. You get what I'm saying? So just trust and believe. Like, people don't. That's a big business right there. That's a great way to get. Man, I ain't even gonna put it out there, man. American money is actually called a fiat note. Oh yeah, that's cool, but I'd love to take a fiat note and buy something that's physical that I can stand on and be a lord of. So at the end of the day, no matter what it is, no matter what people call it, no matter how much real or fakeness it has, no matter if it has backing or not, once you buy something with it, you own it. And they can't take that from you. No matter if that dollar is backed or not, it's just an IOU. You get what I'm saying? It's just an IOU, but you're not the person that owes anybody anything. You get what I'm saying? The maker of that note owes somebody something. So yes, I pass off my IOUs. You get what I'm saying? For something in ownership, for something that has value, something that's gonna go up in value and not depreciate. So that's the best way to use a fiat note or an IOU. You get what I'm saying? By buying something real and tangible, something that goes up in value for it. You get what I'm saying? But hey, man, I hope I didn't bore everybody, man. You know, I know these things like this, they're not exciting. They're not as exciting as, you know, talking about rocket ships and reparations and, you know, warring with the white man and things of that nature. I know this isn't as exciting, y'all. This is boring. That's why I'm choosing to do this early in the morning. I'm going to do it every morning. I'm going to talk about self-sufficiency and economics and different things like that every morning, y'all, because it's boring. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be doing the other live streams in the evening time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it jumping in the evening still. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to Demario Love, Sleepy Hall, Love Different, Unity for Everything, Jabu Lions, everybody up in this joint that came through this joint. IAM Reads. Hey sis, I'm probably finna call you IAM Reads if you're not in school. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that came through to the chat. Shout out, much love. Peace. Share this video after it goes off. Let other people know about economics. Matter of fact, I might put this video on lock because at the beginning, remember we was talking about Freemasonry. So I might put it on lock and cut it in half and re-upload it. So y'all, if you missed any of it, you might want to go back to the beginning, check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be here for a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I am Indigenous Realist, the realist. I am Indigenous Realist, the realist, the realist, the realist. I am Indigenous Realist, the realist, the realist, the realist. I am Indigenous. Go. 50 on me. Non-stacks talking about calibers. I'm the realist. I do this shit without a fucking manager. Whoa. These nigga feds, they got white boys over them, they handling straight scammers. Leeching out the community like scavengers. Kill them. I am Indigenous, raised by the tri-not villagers. I have no time for the pillagers, still stay strapped like diligence. Bang! You don't hear it, but you feel it, bro. I kill a beat like a scrimmage. I yank teeth like a damage. Clear you too like a blemish. Can't let a dude stop my mission. Used to gangbang, kind of crib. Now I bring out for the children. Bang real hard for humanity upliftment. See through clones, they be glitching. Key favorite code was his image. Damn. Got a passion for knowledge, plus I'm gifted. Raised up high on my square, I'm uplifted. Y'all ain't even hear me say glyphed, right? like hieroglyphed, like glyphed, like, you know, I put like lifted with glyph. Man, y'all don't get this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm Indigenous Realist, the motherfucking realist, and I'm gone. Shout out to Louis B. Bilderberg. I hope I did him justice. Society paints their pictures, right? Society paints their pictures, right? Society paints their pictures, right? Bilderberg. Society paints their pictures, right? Created a whole concept called black and white. Eugenics in the globe is how we living, right? The caste system, modern day in plain sight. Due diligence, fuck that. I'm John Dillinger, I lay a pig with his cuffs flat. Behind the sentence, I know I will receive much flack, but I'm the type of dude, if I said it, I meant that. Build a wall, build a bridge, I'm building with tough cats. Never building in the bird like a general with a tough hat. Send a nigga, any nigga, get him whacked for a dope hat. I ain't even in the streets no more, I'm building on that. I mean, I'm not perfect, but who is? And if I'm not the truth, then who is? Well, I had to lose my sons. I'm a real father. I love those 2 kids, and they not baby ghosts, and we not right. And that's not right, cause I love my children. They are gone, but I'ma keep building, and I'ma continue to shake the foundation when I'm in the building. I fasted away 55 pounds in 44 days. So standing tall like I still sell the gas like no midget. I lost all my cash like no more digits. Had to cut off my locks like no more ceilings. You can't encompass me, I'm in due bounds, but no ceiling. No matter how hungry I am, no stealing. I mean no stealing. Never stealing. Still behind my walls of my integrities, that's my fortress. And I ain't gonna say her name, but I still love my old chick. My heart is gorgeous, and I'ma find a woman that I ain't looking for. And my spirit shines so bright. Bring your shades when you look at the sun. Y'all should see how my city treats me, I'm just a vagabond. I now know how the eyes feel when the stable look at a bomb. It's so hard for me not to run, straight to a gun. Whoever thought I'd be shunned, gave so much away. For me, I ain't keep none. Stressless and sexless like the eulogy of a nun. And it can sound crazy, but I think that I won. And it may sound crazy, but I think that I won. I mean, except for my sons. I miss JoJo and Mari. Every day I sing a song called Daddy Is Sorry. How the fuck was I supposed to know that your mother would cohort me? Damn, how the fuck was I supposed to know that shit? Thought we were equals, why I feel like you just wanted to outsmart me. Let me find out you part of the beautiful but heartless. You threw me to the gutter like I was just straight garbage. Maintaining through the struggle, trying to avoid picking up my carpet. And I love the hustle, but I can't face no more charges. Trying to escape Texas, but they screaming, hold 'em. And I'm screaming, bitch, I'm cardless. Still keep my poker face up, it's the hardest. Maybe one day I'll be great, make it through the struggle like Mara did. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is. Maybe one day I'll make it through the struggle just like Mara did. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is.